feel like the world needs to know and immediately stop supporting Trey Songz. Now, outside of his other allegations, I'm going to say something that is not an allegation. I witnessed it firsthand. Firsthand. At True Lounge, I noticed that not all the women in his section were beautiful. Like, they weren't. But they were all one thing, and that's light complected. And I wondered to myself, well, maybe he just hasn't seen a pretty chocolate girl yet that, he wants to let in his section. Surely Tremaine, the man I grew up with having a crush on, surely Tremaine isn't opposed to having a chocolate girl in his section as long as she's beautiful, right? Fucking wrong. So as I make my way over to the section, hoping that me and my girlfriend can get in, I was greeted with security after letting, and I'm not even trying to put down women, but I'm gonna say probably not the most attractive woman in the section simply because she was light skinned. I mean, I want to tell you, like, to beauty standards, she's not an attractive woman. She got let in the section, and I said, how did you let her in the section but not me? He said because dark skinned women are weak, and he said he don't want no weak ass dark skinned women in his section. He said he already has enough weak women in his section. Now I cannot let any dark skinned women in his section because you guys are not pretty enough, pretty much. And I was like, what the fuck? And the DJ, he was DJing in the club last night, literally had a whole speech. He was like, listen, you are a goddess. You don't let this get you down. You're beautiful. You're a goddess. But we're paying him, the DJ who was like DJing said, we're paying him $30,000 and we have to do what he says. So we gotta give him what he wants. And to me, black women are queens. You are a queen, but we can't let you in the section because he doesn't want dark skinned women. That's the industry. That's industry shit. Like, no dark skinned women. And I swear we've heard stories about celebrities doing this, but I never actually thought it was real. Like, I did, but I guess just like seeing it for myself, like, solidified it in my mind that your favorite celebrity women won't let you next to them because you're weak.
Welcome to my channel, Mother Suckers. Hey, so I saw this video circulating on Twitter and I wanted to do a reaction to this video and this whole scenario. Now, if you're a subscriber to my channel, which you should be, you know that we've discussed things like colorism that dark-skinned black women face in nightlife in major cities such as New York, California, Miami, etc. But this case was a little bit different, and I want to get you guys' perspective on this as well. So we have this young lady. She says she walked up to Trey Songz section. She saw a bunch of light-skinned, mediocre-looking women, and she felt like, well, I'm a pretty dark skin. He probably ain't seen no pretty dark skin, so he's gonna let me in the section. Lo and behold, colorism don't work like that, okay? She said, why? They said, well, because we already have enough weak women in the section. Pay attention to that. They said there's already enough weak women in the section. We don't want black weak women in the section. And so in the end, she admitted to knowing that a lot of these black male artists are colorists, but she never thought it could happen to her. Now, from the way she was speaking, I can tell that she is an extremely competitive woman, which, let's be honest, most women are competitive, especially when men are around. But you can tell that she also feels like the token dark skin. She's the dark-skinned girl that mostly felt like, I haven't experienced colorism because I'm really pretty. And, as long as you're really pretty, your pretty card is going to get you in. Pretty privilege is a thing. But that colorism card is like Pokemon. Like, which card is stronger? If a man is colorist, he does not give a damn how pretty you are. He only sees complexion. And instead of that being a red flag for some women who want to be tokens, that's actually a green flag. Hell, it's 6 flags for them motherfuckers. It's like a challenge. It's like, see, he may be colorist, but I'm pretty enough to get next to a colorist. And it's like, that's not a win. That's a big L, especially knowing that this man has over 36 R allegations. I don't want to be nowhere near a man who has 36 allegations, okay?
I feel like the world needs to know and immediately stop supporting Trey Songz. Now, outside of his other allegations, I'm going to say something that is not an allegation. I witnessed it firsthand.
So, number one, what she's saying is an allegation. It's a claim, an assertion that someone has done something illegal or wrong, typically one made without proof. So she is making an allegation based on what she experienced. The same way those other 36 women made allegations based off of what they say they experienced. Now, the fact that she kind of brushed off the other allegations and put her allegation as the most important, as the allegation that should just have Trey Songz canceled, is it's just a little ignorant. Most of us were done with Trey Songz after Keke Palmer came out and told her side of things. Again, what makes you want to get next to a man who has all of these allegations? What makes you want to get next to a man that has a section full of light and white women? What makes you want to get next to a man who has been proven to be violent, to have a certain preference? Like, what in you says, I'm the one who's going to get next to him because I'm pretty? Why do you want to get, why? I really need help. I really want someone to explain to me why put yourself through this just to be embarrassed, just to come online and complain about it. I said the same thing when those women were trying to get into the club and they noticed that they weren't letting any black women in. And then Cardi B came and they were like, Cardi, they're not letting any black women in. And then they started chanting, let the black women in, let the black women in. It's the same thing. It's embarrassing at this point. Go where you are celebrated, not where you're tolerated. I don't give a damn if I got to stay in my house. I'm going to turn up and have a good time. And I refuse to give a dime, give attention to anyone who sees me as less than because of my highly beautiful melanated skin. Are you dumb? It's 2022. We know the red flags of colorism. We know who the colorists are. It's plain as day. They say they don't want you. You're not their preference. Why do you even want to be around men who consider the women around them weak? He said there's enough weak women in the section. I really need dark-skinned black women to understand that in these situations, your skin is actually protecting you. These men don't treat their preferences like queens. Please understand that. They are nothing to be jealous of. And I'm not here for any woman to be abused, cheated on, none of that. But out of the 36 allegations, how many do you think are dark-skinned black women? They're the preferences. My dear, they are not winning any championships. They are not winning. Your complexion is your protection. Kind of wahala be this. I don't want to see any more black women coming online talking about how they tried to get into the section with Chris Brown. They tried to get into the section with Trey Songz. They tried to get into the section with insert colorist celeb and experience colorism. Because at this point, it's giving glutton for punishment. It's giving, I thought I was a trophy and found out the hard way that I'm not. And it's also giving desperate. I also want black women to stop sharing these L's publicly. Like, there are some stories that you share with your girlies. Y'all talk about it and keep it pushing. I really want to bring back shame. I know we've shamed shame away, but I really want to bring shame back. I want people to feel ashamed of themselves and decisions that they make, and so that they don't have to bring it here online. Because if you sat with your friends and spoke about that, if you have good friends, they'll tell you, like, girl, you had no business going up to Trey Songz anyway. Girl, you had no business going up to Trey Songz anyway. Keep this between us. And let's keep living our lives. Because it's time for a new narrative. Like, I want to see a new narrative. I actually went out one night with one of my friends, and there were all women in the section. All of us, we looked so good. Hair done, makeup on point, bottles on the table. And we had men coming to us like, dang, y'all really doing it. Y'all look good. Like, y'all want an extra bottle or y'all want a little... Yeah. Come to my section. Ask me what I need. Like, fuck is you talking about? Sorry, I had to get a little ghetto in the end, but that's the energy I want. Y'all say y'all city girls, y'all hot girls. Come on. I'm not really seeing it translate in real life. Like the captions is giving hot girl, but then y'all come online and tell us these stories and it's really not giving what y'all say is giving. What's going on? I'm not walking up to nobody's section asking to be in a section. I got bread. I'm gonna be in my own section, or I was invited into it. Like, I'm not begging. Yo, let me get off here. The Brooklyn is coming out. I'm done. Let me know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. Hopefully I wasn't too hard on her. She does seem really young. But girl, if I don't tell you the truth, who will? Because your friends let you put this video out, okay? Y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and I will see you at the next one.